Hi, I'm Christina Hartman, and tonight on About.com, we're looking at the European Enlightenment of the 18th century. The Enlightenment was a philosophical, cultural, and scientific movement born in the middle of the 18th century. First impulsed by philosophers such as Spinoza, Bayle, Newton, and Voltaire, it developed in France and then in all Europe. The word Enlightenment was first used by Immanuel Kant in his essay Was ist Aufklärung, or What is Enlightenment? The name of the movement is seen as a metaphor for the passage of obscurantism to a free mind enlightened by reason. The Enlightenment elevates the individual and his ability to think by himself. It defends the equality of all men and the right to exercise their freedom of thinking and acting. Thus, it strongly defends science and opposes the vast influence of the Church, accusing it of obscuring reason. It stands therefore against despots and absolute monarchy. But that does not mean most of its philosophers are Republicans. They often support a moderate monarchy. The new Enlightenment thinkers bore the idea that a public sphere and debate was at the heart of the movement. They would gather in coffee houses in Paris or in debating societies held in salons or academies. Some European monarchs supported the philosophers and welcomed them in their court. It was notably the case for the Empress Catherine II of Russia or Frederick the Great of Prussia. They were called the Enlightened despots. There are many important figures of the Enlightenment, including Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Montesquieu, and Diderot in France. With D'Alembert, Diderot published the first encyclopedia for sciences, arts, and crafts. That book continues to be a major symbol from that movement. It was read and distributed throughout Europe. John Locke and Newton were part of the main thinkers in England, whereas Wolff, Lessing, and Herder were main thinkers in Germany. The heritage of the Age of Enlightenment is vast. It's often said to have spurred the French Revolution. More generally, it promoted values of society that are still of primary importance today: democracy, freedom, tolerance, and reason. This was a glance at the Age of Enlightenment. For more information, you can visit About.com. Thanks for watching.
I wish we could travel to that century so we could meet one of the Enlightenment thinkers.
Let's go! Don't you remember we have a time machine?
Oh yeah, that would be an amazing experience.
Where are we?
I don't know, but look, isn't it that Montesquieu?
Let's go ask.
Okay. Excuse me, are you the real Montesquieu?
Oui, I am the real Montesquieu.
Is this where you live?
Yes, I was born in Bordeaux, and even though my family is wealthy, I was placed in the care of a poor family during my childhood.
But you're a lawyer, aren't you?
Yes, I studied to be a lawyer, but I'm also a writer and a political theorist.
A political theorist? What is that?
Well, a political theorist is someone that analyzes and tries to understand power in all its forms, which I do in my book.
Books? I love to read your books. Can you tell me about them?
My first book was Persian Letters. In this book, I criticized the lifestyle of the wealthy French and the church.
But you have another one called The Spirit of Laws, right?
Yes, I am very proud of this book because I was able to publish all of my thoughts of government and politics.
Oh yes, we've heard about the idea of dividing the government in three powers or something like that.
Yes, those three powers you're talking about are the executive, the judicial, and the legislative. I believe that with this division of powers, the government will have a noticeable balance.
Yes, I agree with you. I actually think you have spread the idea of democracy, and you made people realize that balancing the power was the key of democracy. That way, not only the king cared about the decisions, instead, the three powers were part of the making of the laws.
I am glad you understand my ideas. I have to go now to a meeting with my debating society. Okay, it was nice meeting you and talking to you.
It was an amazing experience.
I know, but it's time to go back to Guadalajara.